us all get a line that we had. But listen, speaking of line, right now we got our first real dope guest of the new year.
Wow.
Now he came to visit last year, but you know, artists and entrepreneurs are always evolving and doing different things.
Yes.
So it was important to bring this person back. Plus, he is a legend in many forms. So y'all put your hands together one time for my boy Playboii.
Yeah.
You back.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
You back.
Yeah, man, it feels good.
Yeah, man. How you been?
I've been doing real good, man. 2023 is becoming a bigger blessing each day. I swear, I look up every day. Well, I'm not gonna say. Well, I'm claiming them blessings.
Hey, man, we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that.
But almost every other day, man, something good is going on, man. I like it a lot. 2022 was a kind of rocky year for everybody, man. But I think this year is a lot better.
I like that.
That's what I'm talking about. So what can the people expect from you this year that's different than last year?
Man, I got a lot going on. I don't know if y'all noticed. Well, I'm pretty sure y'all be tapped in on my page a lot, but I've been starting on these freestyles, been dropping like every week. Them things been going crazy. You know, normally I ain't really been tapping into that type of stuff, you know, but I just be wanting to show my talents, man. And, you know, I ask people, like, what's the hardest beat you know from hip-hop? They'll give it to me, and then I'll tackle it. You know, it's been getting picked up on a lot of different blogs. So I've been pushing the freestyle thing. Me and Chelsea been talking about some stuff that we think that we might put in work. So it's just a lot of stuff that, you know, I'm trying to bring to the table, man. I want to start doing things for more up-and-coming artists, too, because I wish I had somebody teaching me a lot of the things that I know now. So I'm trying to, you know, school upcoming artists on, you know, just the difference between a BMI and a CSAC or a TuneCore. You know, it's so many different ways to get money in this game, man. And a lot of people be sleep. They be missing out on their coins and they don't even know it. You know, they'll get like a little $200 check and they don't even realize that that $200 check really could be $1,000 check. And then, you know, that's your mortgage or your rent for the month. So who don't want to get their rent paid, you know, just off of being a creator? You know, so it's a lot of good things, man. I've been trying to jot down and write down that I know I'm gonna execute this year. That's gonna be definitely one of them. Tapping into the up and coming artists and giving them a platform, really to, you know, just expose their talents and make money off of it.
Okay, so did you learn, like you were just saying, like far as knowing about the TuneCores and the BMIs and knowing how to actually manage your money? Did you learn that through the hard way of
trial
mistakes
and
in
error?
the past? Okay,
trial and error, man. I got records that was gold records that we didn't have registered right, and then when you go back to go try to register a record, it's kind of too late. You know, somebody else done finessed and took your money, or they can't find it. You know, I've done missed out on a lot of those little, you know, global sound exchange type forms of income that we have as an artist and as a producer too, that you know, I didn't know about back then. And then also they even have ways where you can get paid just as like being an executive producer. Like I didn't even know that. You know what I mean? Like everybody, it's so many different ways that we can get paid just by being part of the project that we don't even know.
And see, I think a lot of artists, they don't think about things like that. And there's nobody really telling them, hey, you can go this route or this route with your music. So for you, what do you feel like your strongest message right now is coming into 2023? Because it sounds like being about your business and that paperwork is, which I feel like you've always been there.
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna flex. I ain't gonna lie to you. Coming into 2023, I feel like, I don't know if we talked about this before, but I got this new challenge that I'm starting called the Squat Challenge.
What?
It's for all the girls. I'm trying to get everybody in shape. So I feel like coming into the new year, I want to see everybody in shape. I want to see everybody doing this challenge. I want to see everybody. It's a dope record. I actually recorded it maybe like 2016. I'm not even going to lie to you. But my producer was like, man, you need to put this song out, bro. This junk is going crazy. I was like, man, it sounds a little dated. He was like, man, well, let's remake it. So we remade it. That don't sound crazy, and I've been getting a lot of good feedback on it. I've been looking at the pre-saves on Spotify, the pre-saves on Apple Music. Everything's just been going up, man. It's been looking really good for me with that record. We haven't released it yet. It drops on the 24th.
Okay.
So in a couple of weeks, no, that's next Friday.
That's next Friday, yep.
And next Friday, we doing the Squat Challenge, man.
Oh,
snap. Oh, yeah, that's going to be crazy, right?
We got to give them a preview.
Who?
Us. I'm talking about not the challenge, I'm talking about the song.
I thought you meant I got to do it. You want me to squat right now?
No, I'm talking about the song.
Right now it's a little awkward. Like. Yeah, we got to bring you back in and drop that on air.
Yeah.
I like that though. You know, health is such a big thing that's important for any biz. I think as black people, we don't talk about the need to be healthy and run.
Is the number
cholesterol.
One death of people of color in our community. We think that it's people getting shot and people slide on their ops, but nah, it's your uncle and your aunt, and you know, people passing away from heart failure, and you know, just like you said, high cholesterol, blood pressure going wrong, numbers all off. When you in shape, you ain't got to worry about none of that stuff.
That part.
So let me ask this: what are you doing for us on your end to keep yourself in shape? Especially from a man's standpoint, because the women, you know, they do yoga, they do all these other different things. But us fellas, you know, a lot of times we find ourselves like, nah, I'm good. You know, I'm just chillax. You know, so I might play a little ball here and there.
The easiest thing for a man to do is use his own body weight to build his muscle weight. Do your push-ups, your pull-ups, your sit-ups. You don't want to just. I mean, you can walk around and be on a treadmill a lot, but that's not gonna build you and have you in shape like if you just, you know, knock out 15 push-ups every time you go to the bathroom. We got this thing we call P-ups, but it's not really P, it's the other word. You know where you take a.
Yeah.
Every time you go in the bathroom and pee, do 15 push-ups.
Now that's
my manager taught me that a long time ago. A long time ago. And it works. It helps keep your like your muscles and your arms and stuff more so. I don't want to say like you ain't gonna be walking around looking like The Rock, but you ain't gonna be super skinny. You know what I mean? It keep you fit, like keep you ripped. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if you want that look, then just do more. You know what I mean? The more the merrier.
No, but that makes sense because, like you said, a person don't really realize how many times they go to the bathroom. Like you said, if you just keep that in repetition, anything that might not have been toned up or flappy on your body, it's gonna tone up before you even realize it.
Yeah, I be also doing these things, man. I'm gonna claim I invented this because I never heard anybody say they do this except for me. But I be doing these things called car crunches. When you drive in a car, you hold the wheel, just rock it back and forth and do crunches for like a whole song. Then take a break for another song. Then do some more crunches.
So do you pull the seat up or do you leave it back?
You can't have the seat all the way back. Okay. You gotta have the seat up. You know what I mean? Suck your stomach in a little bit. Hold that wheel. When your favorite song come on, just rock to the beat.
Okay.
You gonna get a crazy 6-pack. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna have to try that. Now you gave me something new to try it. So let me ask this as well. I know it's like you were saying with the freestyles, and you know, of course, you've been doing music for a minute. At this stage in the game, do you find it more therapeutic when you're doing these freestyle, because it's just like it's something that's already been done, but now for you it's a challenge? Because I know what the original sound like, but now I'm about to give y'all a sound that's gonna make you want to listen to how I did it.
Right. I think it does. It's definitely a stress reliever. And I think that it is a challenge. I enjoy doing it, man. Honestly, I enjoy doing all music. Whether it's me making a beat, whether it's me freestyling on somebody else's song. And I literally record them freestyles in the studio in my house, then go upstairs. I got a big green screen in my kitchen. My kitchen probably like one of the biggest rooms in my house.
Okay.
And it got a lot of lights. And I still got a bunch of, recording lights. I get on the green screen, record the video on my iPhone, then go back downstairs in the studio, upload the video onto my Mac Pro, edit on Final Cut, bounce it down, put it on my phone, upload it all in 24 hours. It sounds like a lot, but doing it yourself is like nobody can get it done the way you want it done. You know what I mean? And with that mentality, can't nobody stop you except for yourself. The only person that I can't make an excuse on my camera guy and be like, man, the cameraman didn't come shoot me this week. Nah, I know how to do that myself.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? Or my producer ain't send me no beats. Nah, you can go get a free YouTube beat.
Yep.
Or freestyle, or somebody else being freestyle on it. So I'm trying to drop content every week because, like I was saying, I feel like all of it is a stress reliever, and it helps me with just overall my everyday, day-to-day challenges. You know what I mean? Like doing a hobby that you actually enjoy and getting paid for it. There's no better feeling. So it's like put this content out, build up these streams, build up these YouTube. That's another thing people don't be so too tapped in on YouTube, getting your music and your videos monetized on YouTube. Build all that stuff up, get them watch hours you need, get them subscribers you need. Nah, I can't really get paid off of freestyle on Apple Music, but it's gonna give me them subscribers and that watch hours on YouTube. That's gonna help me get that, 30,000 a month that I want. You know what I mean? Now. Who don't want that CJ So Cool money or that Mr. Beast money? This man got 100 million in his bank, and he only like 23 years old.
Come on now.
Off of YouTube. So it's just so many different things, man, that I like to do, man. I think that all trickles down to, therapeutic and having a stress relief. It's not just the freestyles. It's all of the things that's connected to the music. You know what I mean? Like I said, even just editing the video or shooting the video. I get happy as hell. I go in my house dressed up, look like I'm about to go to the BET Awards or something. I'm just shooting a freestyle in my kitchen. Okay. You know what I mean? So all of it is fun, man. I love all of it.
So you said something that when I tried to do it, everybody looked at me like I was crazy. I say, like, right when the pandemic hit, I was telling everybody, man, look, like you were just saying, videographers, they weren't available, during COVID. Everybody was trying to be cautious. I'm telling everybody, man, look, we can take our cell phones, shoot our own videos. Everybody thought I was crazy.
No.
I did the exact same thing you did. Got a couple of shots, put it on Final Cut. I didn't know how to edit a video to save my life outside of Movie Maker. So I went on YouTube, watched somebody do the tutorial, like you said, with the green screen, and I just started playing around with it. And like you said, granted, certain freestyles, of course, you can't get monetized because it's already on, but you're building that follow-up. You're building those watch hours. So for you, of course, even though you already had it in your mind, what really drove you to say, you know what, I'm not about to wait on nobody. I'm about to use my phone. When granted, you might have had a Nikon or all these other type of equipment, but to go back to what you use every day that you keep on you all day, your phone.
Man, honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I got like this. I bought a Canon. I paid about $1,800 for it. Mm-hmm. And this was before everything was high. So that $1,800 Canon was doing its thing. But man, this iPhone 14 Pro Max.
Yes.
The camera just looked way better.
Come on now.
It looks more modern. It just looks better. And heck, the iPhone, I think my iPhone was like $1,400 because I got the terabyte one.
Yeah, you got the largest
with
size.
The big, because I already knew what I wanted to do with it. Mm-hmm. I'm not finna get the 128 and I'm trying to shoot freestyle every week.
Boy,
you know what I mean?
To delete it every week.
Nah. So, yeah, man, I just feel like it looks better, man. And it's easier, it's more convenient. I could just airdrop the big files to my MacBook, to my Mac Pro, and edit it, then airdrop it back to my phone and upload it. Compared to using SIM cards, trying to take them in and out. I just feel like it was way easier to do that way. And I'm just trying to do deliver a good product as fast as I can. And I feel like that's the fastest way.
Nah, you're right, because a lot of people don't realize that when you transferring these files, especially with Apple, it becomes a larger file than a normal camera. You see what I'm saying? So definitely. Man, hey, y'all, we're going to be right back. We got the boy Playboii in here. We got more conversation coming up. If y'all ain't already told a friend, tell a friend, and tell a friend. 101TKORadio.com. Brought to you by Previous Stone Crescent. We'll be back. Box Morning Show, man. We got the boy Playboy in the building.
Yes, sir. We still here, man. Make sure y'all follow me on all platforms at Lil Playboy, LilPlayboii. And yeah, man. Make sure y'all follow the Lunchbox, man.
For sure, man. So I got a question. You know, since you said it first before I had to say it, what allows you to make that transition from Lil Playboy to just Playboy? You know, a lot of people can easily assume it's just the growth, but was it something that was like meaningful for you to say, okay, this is my evolution?
It was a lot of things that had to part with the name change. First, it was like you said, the growth. As I'm getting older, you know, I'm 30 now, so. Which you still got people in their 30s that go by Lil Zane, one of my close partners. Wayne is the GOAT, you know. But I just wanted something different. And also, I feel like I needed to rebrand myself.
Okay.
Because I've been known, Lil Playboy is known for Crank That Yank. You know, Lil Playboy is known for Make a Mind. A lot of these, when I was a child, you know, those child, I don't want to say childish, but those younger records, you know what I mean? Now that I'm more older and more mature, and, you know, I decided to change my name. But also, I didn't want to just have just plain Playboy because, you know, it's stuff, it's a whole, y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, the whole magazine thing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I ain't want to just say that.
Oh, we need that money.
Right. So that's the best way to put it. There's a whole magazine situation going on. And, you know, I don't want no problems with Hugh Hefner's estate. You know what I mean? So,
sure.
But technically my name is Playboy, but I spell it with spaces. So it's spaced out like an acronym now. You know what I mean? And same thing like how NSYNC or, you know, AC/DC was, you know, like it looks more like a group name. So it's when you search it on Tidal or your Spotify, you got to just put P space L space A space Y space B-O. Yeah, spell it out.
But that make you different though, because you be surprised that you thought you was the only one with that name, and then you go turn around and look up, and it's about 1 million Playboys, but they got a Playboy this and a Playboy that.
Hey man, y'all know who started it. You know, I was the first Playboy with a platinum record. I was the first Playboy on BET, on MTV. We been doing it. A lot of these folks looked up to, man, the World Star hip hop era when it really first popped. Man, we was on World Star every day.
Facts.
Every day. If I wasn't on there on a video with Soulja Boy, I was on there on a video by myself, or I was on there with a video with DJ Unk or whoever, Franchise Boys. I got so much love in the city. We did music all the time and shot videos all the time. So all these little kids that grew up watching us, they know what it is and they know where it came from.
Facts. Now you just took us back in time, so I gotta ask this question, being one of the ones from the South Side, and I don't know how much your hands was involved in it, but I seen recently, and I've been seeing it, but I never realized that it was you that was in the video. And it is said to be one of the late great Slim Duncan's, one of his last videos he did. Did you have an opportunity to work with him hands-on, or was that video one of those videos where they shot his scene over here and then y'all shot y'all scene somewhere else?
Nah, man. Dunk was one of my close partners.
Okay.
Yeah. We was with them all the time. Shout out Ink, Chaz, Walker, the whole Fade 5 that they called themselves back in the day. That was one of my close partners. I'm from the East Side, man, and when I moved to Clayton County, I did my last year in high school out there, and it got so much love from people like that. You know what I mean? A lot of them folks in Clayco used to hate on me because I didn't look like the average Clayton County cat. You know what I mean? I came in with some East Side every day. In DeKalb County was like a fashion show. Like we had to see who had the cleanest shoes, the freshest A-Town fitted, you know, the biggest chain, whatever. Every day was like a fashion show. But when I went to Clayton County, it wasn't like that. Yeah, you know, they wasn't picked up on it yet. So a lot of them dudes used to hate, but I used to get so much love from them, man. They used to always show me love. And then doing like the figure 8 days, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Dunk them used to blitz the booth every time they didn't play one of our records. You know what I mean? Now. And I also remember at that time, like I said, we already had Crank That Gang. We talking about number 1 on 106 Park, all this stuff. So we go to figure 8. We got 15 plus females with us, 5-6 bottles with us. You know, of course we gotta have the bros with us. Come so we used to be lit in there all the time. Facts. Anybody act stupid, Bro, don't them didn't play about me, man. They used to be beating folks up.
Come on now, you gotta tell them, boy. They got banned at the underground.
That was crazy. Shout out to Rez. You know, that whole little Jurassic Park area, Dirt Gang area, man. I rock with them tough, man. Them was my brothers. Them was my big bros, man. Big bros and little bros, because some of them younger than me, but some of them older than me.
For sure. So let me ask this, speaking of the Reds, like, of course, like you said, with us, we already knew about them. You know what I'm saying? We knew the Reds as D-Debo.
Yeah.
You do what I'm saying? But the world caught on to him as the Reds with the Hardaway. So when you seen him take that transition, how was that moment for you?
I was happy for him, man. And then see, that's what I was telling you about. Sometimes you just got to rebrand yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Debo didn't go where he wanted to go. You know, if you go listen to a Debo record, he sound like he from New York. You go listen to the Reds of Song, you hear that pain coming out his voice, and you hear him singing, and you hear, you know, just he ain't rapping about just sliding and beating people up no more. Sometimes he rapping about getting his heart broke or not having no food on and having to eat noodles off a paper plate, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So he rebranded himself. His music matured, and he grew with it. You know what I mean? And I'm proud of him, man. There's no better feeling than seeing people you grew up with, or people from even people from the same city.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes there's people from Atlanta I really don't rock with, but when I see them on the BET Awards, I'm like, oh yeah, man, they doing it because it's for the city. I'm just happy. You know what I mean? So, but to see somebody you actually rock with, people that you grew up with or known for 10, 15 years, that's an even better feeling.
Fact. So let me ask this as well. So like you said, you know, even with the transition of music, and we tell people about these people, you know, we already know who they are. The world's just not getting to know them. And when you go back and you play them old mixtapes, you know what I'm saying, and they listen to them, now they even a bigger fan because they didn't know these folks had music way back then. Right. So it's like, what can an artist do, or what should be the best move for these old projects that are really still classics, but because during those times we wasn't thinking from a business aspect, we were just like, we having fun, we in the moment, but it's real music that can still be brought back to today and still spin and go just as crazy as if it was just made today.
Do a part 2 or a part 3 and part 4, like how we were just saying, like the Reds, like what was the name of his albums? He got like part 2, part 3, part 4. Nah, the one where he got like part 2, part 3. A lot of people do. Even Camp, you know what I'm talking about? Like how K Camp got the Kiss 1, the Kiss 2, the Kiss 3. You know, really, Slick Rich Homie was the first one I seen do that from the city. That jump was lit when he came out with the I go hard on every song. Then you go out with I'm still going hard on every song. Then, you know, you just had different versions. So once you finally catch on, I'm never going to stop going hard, and you realize that's like the 4th mixtape that's got this same type title, you gonna go back and listen to all the other ones. Same thing like with Lil Baby when he did the Harder Than Hard and Harder Forever. You know, just connect your music together so that once they finally catch on, they go back. That's what happened to me. I didn't listen to Baby when he first came out. I heard my dog, I loved it, but I didn't know about his albums or his mixtapes. But when I finally caught on to like the Harder Than Ever album, it made me want to go back and look at all the other albums. You know what I mean? So just do stuff like that, man. I think that can always brand your old fans into your new music. You know what I mean?
So
or your new fans into your old music.
So what about yourself as an artist? Do you find yourself sometimes going back, listening to your old music and really listening to the maturity, the growth that you've been through, and saying, okay, this what I'm gonna do now? And even just finding moments where you actually proud of yourself, because it could have been a moment where you didn't think the music was gonna go any further than where you was at that moment to see where you at now.
I think I know I listen to my music all the time, and I'm definitely always tapped into, you know, trying to be pinpoint where I went wrong or see how I could flip something, because I'm big on wordplay, right? I was listening to a Yo Gotti verse the other day, and he said your daddy a rat and he raising a mice, and I was like, man, that was a hard line, but he said it wrong. He should have said raising some mice. Like multiple children, you know what I mean? Like I be catching like I go back and listen to my old music and try to catch little things like that to see where, like, 2 Chainz, one of my favorite rappers, he do that all the time. I feel like 2 Chainz will go way harder if he took a little bit more of his time and perfect his bar and his punchline, and people will be like, oh, because sometimes it just go over their head because they don't really, you know, use the correct word play to deliver the bar. So that's one of the main things I go back to, man. I try to listen to my old music and be like, where did I mess up at? Or dang, I should have said they instead of them. Or, you know, just little small stuff like that. I try to correct those type of things. And, you know, like I said, you learn from your mistakes. So I also try not to use the same punchlines or same sometimes, well, using the same cadence is cool. You can have your own flow. But like certain words, sometimes, you know, I've been rapping since I was like 16 years old. I got so many different bars and punchlines in my head that y'all might not have heard, but, you know, in my head, that jump fire. So if you tell me freestyle, I'm about to just be dropping a bunch of crazy bombs. But when it comes to actually making a song, and, you know, we freestyle songs now. We really ain't writing them down. So if I say something that's I might have used 6 years ago, I might have corrected it and made it sound better. You know what I mean? Y'all wouldn't even own it because y'all ain't heard that song that I dropped 6 years ago. You know what I mean? We got slept on. But now I got the attention, I'm going to reuse it. So I do that too. I go back, find old lines or old situations or whatever I think that might be hard in today or still relevant in today's time. And sometimes I just recycle stuff too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, because like you said, you know, you gotta
save the planet.
And now
it's hard to recycle.
No, for sure. And then, you know, like you said, with today's time, everything's all digital. Back in the day, we had to push it through mixtapes, through the streets. So, like you said,
if you ain't have that $10,000 for live mixtapes,
come on now,
or that $20,000 that was gonna get you that front page placement, bro, it was hard to get heard back then.
Facts. And like you said, if nobody heard it, except your community or those that really supported you, you really can still revamp it. And artists do it every day, but the world don't never realize it because, like you just said, they wasn't there for the process of the making of that song.
And now as the time got better, as the time grew, the flow got better, and now you just made the bar better or the song better or the line better. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna, if I recycle something that's old, it's not gonna sound the same way. It probably wouldn't even be the same line, but it might be, kind of the same type metaphor. You understand what I'm saying? It'll be the same type bar, but it wouldn't be the exact same word for word. You know what I mean?
Fact. So let me ask this then, because a lot of our listeners, they up there in our age group, but we also got some, new younger listeners. So just for as the crunk era, like you were speaking then, what was something that motivated you during that time to keep or even develop that energy? Because of course, it's one thing when you rapping in the studio. It's another when you coming up with dances and, things that at that time, it was slick okay in Atlanta. Cause Franchise Boys had popped off, D4L.
Hey, it wasn't slick, man. We was running the hip hop community. We was running the world. MTV played DJ Hunt Walk It Out at the end of that. What's the name? You think you can dance? What was the name of that dance battle show that had the Jabberwockies on them? Man, we had the whole United States. Nah, I take that back. We had the whole continent. Nah, I take that back. We had the whole world. Following our trends.
Thanks.
I used to look at our YouTube analytics, man, and majority of our stuff was coming from Atlanta, but outside of Atlanta, you'll be surprised of all the other cities around us that was following us, all the other countries, China, Brazil. I still look at that type of stuff on my artist development app for Spotify and Apple Music. You can see every city where people listen to your stuff. And I be having people in Brazil and Costa Rica, all these foreign places that, I ain't never went out there and did no show. I've been out there before, but not doing no shows and performing, building no fan base. We out there booed up on a vacation or something. You know what I mean?
True.
But it feels good to see that type of stuff, man. And when it came to that dance stuff, man, it was like that's just what the city was, man. Everybody had a dance. Shawty Low, I made his dance up today. Hello, they came, man. That was one of the biggest blessings that ever happened to me, man. And I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, I feel like the West Side Slick started the whole dance movement because they started the snap movement when Fabo came out with the
Bet You Can't Do It Like Me.
Yeah, but see, he came out with that song because Franchise Boys was doing the lean with it, rock with it, and they video White Tee.
Yeah.
Once Parlay and them popped, and they had that White Tee video shoot. Everybody was in there with them big white tees, leaning and rock with it. And then Fabo them got so mad. Cause they used to do that dance at the Pool Palace. That's where it originated at. Fabo created. He said his granddaddy made that dance up.
Okay.
So, But all that stuff inspired me. You know what I mean? Crank That Yank has Lean With It, Rock With It in it. Yep. Crank That Soulja Boy has the Lean With It, Rock With It in it. So it was like looking up to Fabo, looking up to Parlay. Parlay was slept on a lot too. He one of the best lyricists from Atlanta. That boy be having them bars.
Facts.
My man said keep that two cock like Debo eyes.
What? I keep on nines in the 4th grade.
You keep on nines in the 4th grade. That's what Parlay is. And that's another thing too, man. So I was growing up looking up to all these guys and actually doing music with them and stuff like that. Like, man, I didn't think I was gonna be making songs with Parlay and DJ Unk and you know, Shawty Low and all, like that stuff was a blessing. And then especially I'm from the East Side. You know, a lot of East Side and West Side folks don't really rock with each other like that. I honestly think I'm Slick the only person from the East Side that has that connection with all them West Side, you know, OGs that, you know, put on for that Snap era and built the city up the way that they built it.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? And at the same time, I still got the connection with, you know, the East Side artists as well. You know, got records with FLY and Lil Scrappy and all them too. So it's just when you got the whole city rocking with you, it just feels good, man.
Facts, cause it's like the whole home team is supporting you, so it can't go wrong though, man. So with that being said, though, we about to take one more break. You dig what I'm saying? It's the LunchBox Morning Show, man. Playboy here giving them but knowledge, game, Atlanta history. So if you're not from Atlanta, we putting y'all on game right now. So I need y'all to take some notes. So with that being said, then we'll be right back. The LunchBox Morning Show. in the sense of regular, well, not in necessarily what have you done, but what are certain steps you take? Because like you said, you read the energy, you peep game. But if it's somebody that you know was already inside the circle and they just wasn't producing properly, how do you tell them effectively, like, look, bro, you know, I got love for you, but we got to separate from a business aspect because I don't want to lose you as a friend or a brother due to you not understanding the business side of what we got going on?
I think when it comes to stuff like that, situations like that, man, if they're a real brother or a real friend, they're going to automatically understand from the get-go. So you don't have to beat around the bush. You just let them know straight up, like, yo, what you did, that didn't work, you know, and do it this way next time. They continue to make the same mistake. It's not a mistake. It's a choice. It's what they decide to do. I had a homeboy, man, I don't want to call him out. He was managing another artist. I ain't gonna call him out, but he a mainstream artist. This man was in Japan and had over like $50,000 worth of yen, and his manager at the time, his road manager, left the $50,000 inside of No, I take that back. He didn't leave it there. When it was time to convert the money over, he didn't do it, and he just got lazy and was like, man, I'm not converting the money. So they came back to the United States for like 50,000 worth of yen. And then they was stuck with yen, and they was like, we don't know where to convert it at. I'm like, they got to go all the way back to Japan or wherever to convert the yen. That's what he said happened. You see what I'm saying? But who knows? Maybe he did convert it and keep the money. Then the next time, he had another 50,000 and he left that in the Uber. It was like, come on now, how do you lose 50,000 in the Uber? Now you just made this man miss out on 100 racks. Like, this is one of my homies. And I'm like, bro, what's going on? It's like, you don't want this job.
Exactly.
You're touring with a major artist, making good money. You know, how can you mess that up?
That's a real definition of dropping the bag.
Yeah.
50 racks in the Uber, man.
He left 50 racks in the Uber. That was in the United States. And then the other time, he didn't convert the yen to the cash before they left. And then they got stuck with, he said they got stuck with the yen. But where's the yen at, though?
Exactly.
I guess he just made it seem like he threw it away or something. Like, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they got a place where you can convert that in the United States somewhere.
Yeah, like currency exchange. You know, they used to have that Lennox Mall at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see it at the airport. Yeah. God. So I don't know. That was just his excuse. So once people, like how we're figuring it out, and imagine the artist who money it was figured it out, it was like, nah, you got to go. Facts. You see what I'm saying? I love you. You a bro, but either you're just not the man for the job, or I can't trust you. That's another thing. I be telling this to my nieces and nephews all the time. I got a nephew. He's like 8 years old. He just lie about little small things. And I tell him, I say, man, you better stop lying, because once you get a track record of lying, I can't trust you. And guess what? I don't want people around me I can't trust. So every time you be saying, can you come to my house? Nope, I don't trust you.
Thanks.
You might spill some Kool-Aid on my carpet and lie about it. You might pee on my toilet seat and lie about it. You might,
Thanks.
you know, I don't trust you. So I'm trying to instill that in the youth right now in my family. It's like, you got to be honest, man. The way you move matters.
Facts. And I'm glad you said that, like, even when it comes, like you were just saying with your nephew, so when it comes to the youth in the community and things like that, what is something that you want to see accomplished? I know you said you want to go ahead and get everything developed with the artist development and helping artists learn about the business side, but what about for us, like, in the community? Because, like, how you just gave something so simple to your nephew that goes over a lot of people's head, really makes a big difference in how they turn out as an adult.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like, especially with this year coming up, that you can do to add on to helping the community in ways as such?
Yeah, man. I already know. I feel like I want to. This is something that I'm kind of unsure about, but I'm gonna do it, man. Because this conversation is like pushing me towards it. I definitely gonna do it, man. I'm going to start a nonprofit. I'm gonna do it this year, and I think that not only are nonprofits good because you can, donate to them and use that as your tax money, you know what I mean? But also, I don't want to just not skip out and not paying taxes. But you can also help a lot of people with the money that you're using in your nonprofit. But I think I want to start a nonprofit for suicide awareness, man. It's a lot of young kids out here that's suicidal. My son, he was talking to this girl, and we went through his phone, and she was talking about she was suicidal and stuff. Man, my BM was mad as crap. She was like, you don't need to be talking to people like this. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And because she don't want that energy to rub off on him. Like, you need to focus. My son's 7th grade. He the captain of his basketball team.
Okay.
One of the highest scorers in 7th grade in DeKalb County. He like, you need to focus on what matters. You don't need to be hanging out with these little hot girls talking about they depressed and suicidal because the whole school calling them a HOE or whatever. Whatever going on in her, I don't know. I'm just throwing that part out there. Or, I wanted to bring awareness to people that mental illness is real and suicidal thoughts is real. And I want to try to put a change on that. And I also want to start GoFundMes, man. Y'all got to get life insurance, for real.
Facts.
I'm tired of seeing GoFundMes. I got partners from the hood that done passed away, and they got a GoFundMe for him, and on the front of the GoFundMe page, he doing the money spread. It's like, it don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
Sitting on top of a Maserati. Why you sitting on top of a Maserati?
And you ain't got
life insurance. You know what I mean? You talking about if you get it young enough at 20 years old, you talking about $20. You wait till you 30, you might be paying $35, $40. Of course, the older you get, the more it costs. But, man, get that, man. Because we never know when we gone. Everybody got an expiration date, and we don't know when it is. Facts. I got like 4 life insurance policies. 4.
That's dope right there.
2 whole lives, 2 term lives. 4 of them, man. Like, I want to bring awareness to that. Suicide, mental illness, life insurance, no more GoFundMes. I'm trying to put that in the youth.
Exactly.
Yeah, because a lot of times, man, older people are already stuck in their ways. I can't change somebody that's 25, still living at his mama's house, smoking weed, don't want to get a job, don't want to get life insurance, just want to trap. I can't change that. But going to these middle schools, these high schools, we can install all this in them.
Facts. Now, you hit that right on the mark. It's like the old folks say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Nah.
It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. So let me ask this as well, from a parent standpoint, because I got a daughter myself. And, she always just look at me as dad. Other people would look at me as, podcaster, radio host, sometimes music artist. But to her, I'm just dad. So
hold on,
you,
don't say no sometimes. You a music artist, my boy.
Nah,
you got to speak it into existence.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, from the kid's standpoint, they don't really understand. So with your son being a little older, has he really caught on to who dad really is?
Oh, yeah, my son know. We be at the mall and random folks would come up to me. It started when we was young, because my son 13. So like 10 years ago when he was 3-4 years old, especially when, we got #1 singles on billboards and stuff at the time, we in Lennox Mall walking around or going out to eat at these nice restaurants. People just come up to me, oh, what's up, man? Talking to me, trying to get my number and giving me their CDs and stuff. He be like, Dad, that's your friend? I be like, nah, that's not my friend, my boy. That's just a fan, or that's somebody that, that's probably in the music business trying to get in the business too. You know what your dad do. So he understood. So he seen it at an early age, like how people react, when they would meet me in public or see me out somewhere, So he pretty much know how I go.
Okay.
My daughter is actually older than my son. My daughter's 16. Okay. So she really, really know. But she think, now that she older, she think that she cooler than me. So she be on TikTok and Instagram trying to play me. But it's all good. She know, everybody know who I am in the family, and I do this for my family, man. And I trying to see my whole family on, man, for my kids. Like I said, my nieces, my nephews, my brothers, my sisters. Like, we get a lot of love.
That's what I'm talking about. So before we get up out of here, what's not even one, just what's 3 advices that you would give a young artist or someone that's just aspiring their dreams but don't really have the proper support at home to help push their dreams?
When you say support, what you mean? Like mentally?
Yeah, just mentally. Because, financially, when you're a teenager, it's your parents' money. Sometimes, let me say it like that.
Man, when I was a kid, my mom worked like 3 jobs. My dad was locked up. And my mom worked like 3 jobs to make sure we had everything we need. We had one little computer that we all had to share. But guess what I did? Download Fruity Loops and Acid Pro on it. Okay. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. I ain't grow up in no big house in Alpharetta or, Dunwoody, Thanks. But that's where we're trying to get to. So we got to work hard to get whatever we got to do. So my first advice is you got to work hard. I was telling y'all that earlier, like hard work pays off. I be telling that to my son all the time. It don't matter if you want to be, go to the NBA. It don't matter if you want to, perform at the Grammys. Whatever it is you want to do, you could be the next Tiger Woods or you could be, the next Michael Phelps. It's up to you. You just got to work hard. You can't cheat now. You can't, for instance, try to cheat your way through the hoops. Mm-hmm. But just work hard. Do it the right way. Don't try to do no shortcuts. Just work hard. It's gonna pay off. That's the first thing. It don't matter what it is. Give it your all. or you gonna fail.
Thanks.
And the next thing is you honestly really not gonna fail unless you quit. So never quit. You ever notice that? Don't quit or you're gonna fail. Even if it take you 5 years to accomplish something, guess what? You still accomplished it. Some people drop out of college and guess what? They quit and now they didn't make it, or well, they didn't make that accomplishment or that goal that they wanted. But even if it take you, man, it took me 5 years to get an associate's degree. 5. But honestly, I took my time because I was really just getting the refund check.
Understandable. I thought about that once before. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was taking the easiest classes I could take to get the refund check. And guess what? Now I got $50,000 student loans only for associates, and it wasn't worth it. So that's why I said don't try to cheat yourself or do no shortcuts. You know what I mean? But yeah, so work hard, never quit. And then the last thing is confidence, man. I think you definitely got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in you, nobody else gonna believe in you. You know what I mean? If you don't take that first step forward and say, I'm a Grammy Award winning producer, or I'm the NBA first round draft pick, or whatever it is, whatever accomplishment you want to do. If you ain't saying that and speaking them words into existence every day and believing in yourself, ain't nobody else gonna believe in you. It's hard to find people to believe in somebody who don't believe in themselves. You know what I mean? If I tell all y'all, I'll give you 100,000 right now. If you believe in yourself, everybody can be like, all right, I believe in myself. But if I be like, man, I got an opportunity for you, but it's free, people be like, nah, I ain't doing it. You know what I mean? Because they don't even believe that they can make the 100,000 out of it because they don't see the 100,000. But really, that opportunity,
it's gonna present.
You can make that 100,000. You know what I mean? As long as you believe in yourself, you gonna get it. Yep.
Them big facts right now. I'm glad you said that, man. So before we get up out of here, man, tell everybody once again where they can find you on social media, on all music platforms, so they can go ahead and stay tapped in.
Man, go to my YouTube, run that comment section up, man. I need all y'all drop some comments on my YouTube videos. Comment. It's youtube.com/ at Lil Playboy, LilPlayboii. That's every handle on all my social medias, Lil Playboy, LilPlayboii. And make sure y'all follow me, lock in with me, DM me, tell me, what y'all got going on. I talk to everybody all the time. One thing I don't do is leave no DMs unread.
Well, you sound like me. I'm the same way, no cap. Folks be get on me, man, you got to stop answering everybody. Nah, because you just never know. You never know who you going to run into later on down the line, man. So it's been a dope experience with you, bro. Great to have you on the LunchBox Morning Show.
Yes, sir.
Brought to you by Previous Stonecrest 101 TKO Radio. Y'all make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at the LunchBox Morning Show. Follow me at KT_love for crew. Y'all follow her, and we're gonna tap in with y'all later on, man. That's what's hot on the menu. So we gotta go. Bye.